The services that I provide to the 5 schools that I work with in Western Howard County include helping to connect families and their students to mental health resources for the school-based mental health program. We partner with a community mental health agency that provides us therapists to work with our schools in the schools.
A lot of our work is in collaboration with the student services teams at our schools. From there, we kind of help support those families and students and get them connected, whether it's to our school-based mental health services in the building or if it's through outside resources, we help in making those referrals.
I think that schools are the social and emotional emergency rooms that we see for our students. And so as a social emotional emergency room, we have to look at people's mental health and really treat that where they are.
It's a familiar, safe place for a lot of students, so it kind of makes it easier to do the therapeutic process in a school building where they are comfortable. I think mental health and overall well-being go hand in hand. So you're going to see better outcomes overall, whether you're talking academically, socially, when that mental health piece is being taken care of as well.
Of course, it's easier to see a broken arm than it is to see that someone is depressed. It's just as important to treat the depression as it would be to treat a broken arm.
The primary issue that I see for kids as a result of COVID, or maybe just more exacerbated because of COVID, is anxiety.
It's a level of social anxiety, I would say, level of academic anxiety.
There seems to be a low frustration tolerance with dealing with daily demands when it comes to academic pressures or interpersonal relationships. Our kids seem to lack the resilience that I think I saw before COVID.
This year has shown that everyone has been affected by the last several years, including even our young learners as well. The younger children as early kindergarten cannot so much articulate like the older children. Oftentimes it's displayed in the behaviors that are being seen. So there's been an increase per se with certain students and the behaviors that are being exhibited within the classroom.
People want help. They want to have someone to listen, and they feel like things are just a little bit more challenging than they were before. Through COVID, people spent a lot more time together, and there's just a lot more stress in families. I also feel like students just felt really disconnected from one another, and they're really eager to be around one another. Sometimes don't really know how to manage the idea that they want to be with people. Some of the topics that people want to talk about are sadness and social isolation, as well as peer relationships and family relationships.
For whatever reason, there's just been a change of how they used to function, and now there's something different. You should probably press in there, have a little bit more curiosity, ask teachers about like what's going on.
So students, when they realize that there's help at school for their mental health, are very interested and curious about what it looks like to have a person in their school building who is there simply to support them.
Even though they may have some friends in real life, a lot of their friendships are online, which can be good, I guess, in terms of expanding like your social network. But the negatives of that too is that when that goes bad, sometimes students will have a cry for help. Sometimes there's like suicidal reports that maybe somebody will say like, hey, Miss Robinson, so-and-so said this online. I'm like, well, can you send me like the screenshot? And being able to intervene when that happens and make sure that the student and the parent have the supports that they need too. So that world is very much a part of what we're dealing with at the schools when it comes to social media.
I think that people have really come around a little bit more to understanding that mental health is important and really does relate to someone's physical health.
Well, I think we're just realizing as a society that not saying anything, keeping up appearances is not helpful. And so I think most parents are open.
It is a voluntary program. We really do want people to be self-determined to participate in the program. And those who are interested really are able to work hard to overcome some of the challenges that they've been having.